you think, was there anything, or maybe anything that was like difficult? Maybe you had to because you had to design your own experiments. So did you have any like difficulties in doing that? Or kind of, Maya?
I think the thing that made it a little bit easier was the fact that we knew what Coke was. If it was like there was something that we were missing that we didn't know what it was, then I think I would actually have no idea what would happen. So I still didn't have a complete idea, but.
Okay. Anybody else? So if you had to do this experiment again, what might you do differently? Using the same things, using Coke and baking soda and cups, what would you do differently? Would you do a lot more baking soda? Would you do a lot more soda? Would you to try to get a different result?
I would do a lot more baking soda.
Okay.
Because then I think I would overflow it.
Okay. Do you think there'd be more fizzing? Do you think maybe there'd be like a clump of baking soda that would form at the bottom? What do you think would happen?
I think if I did the exact same way, pouring Coke on top, there would just be a lot more fizzing.
Oh. Does anyone else have any different thoughts?
I'd want to shake it up.
I'm gonna shake it out.
Mix it up somehow.
Okay. It'd be cool if we can get like maybe like a clear bottle, like a water bottle, do it and shake and see.
Yeah.
And get some kind of explosion or something.
Or like a blender.
Blender. Okay. Okay. So we just want to revisit the strategy that we used for this lesson. So we chose using the scientific method, using direct instruction, because this is a skill that kids in any science class are gonna need to know how to do. And doing this kind of lesson can be anything that maybe you do a quick review before you do your first lab exercise in the course. Just because, I mean, the scientific method, we hear about it all through elementary school, middle school, and high school, but it's always great to have a different refresher, and teachers have different expectations of what they expect in different categories. And the concept of the scientific method can be broken down easily into steps that students can grasp, kind of just like if you read in the book, they talk about how they teach how to balance chemical formulas, and they have a clear set of steps of how they do that. The strategy works because when a teacher models like an experiment or like this, like a lab exercise or whatnot, they're giving the students a clear sense of their expectations. And it also moves students away from their dependence on the teacher so much, and it leads them to their own individual like inquiry and whatnot. And that way the students can learn by their own questioning, learn by their own motivations. There are three other mastery strategies in the book that focus on increasing students' abilities to remember and summarize a certain topic or a certain concept. Those would be like New American Lecture, Graduated Difficulty, and then the Teams, Games, and Tournaments, which is like kind of like, like different games that you can do with students like for reviewing and whatnot.